do this. Let's draw a cube. Ready. Hi, welcome to our second video dedicated to Inkscape. We're going to see in this video some technical design tricks. I mean, we can draw. We're going to draw in perspective. We can draw stuff in perspective directly out of the box with Inkscape. There's this quite interesting tool, right? So yeah, but it's quite hard to actually draw a correctly proportional cube, for example, and that's just a cube. I mean, imagine if we had to draw a thing like a pyramid or any other object which is more complex. So we're going to do it the old way. We're going to do it with lines and so on. We're going to get rid of this page we have here because it's just going to clutter. So we go to document properties and we take the mark out of show page border. There we go. That's it. Now the first thing we're going to need is a line that represents the horizon. We're going to put that there. This is a guide, so as you saw, I can drag it out of the ruler, and I can draw vertical guides, dragging them out from the vertical ruler. So we're going to need two vanishing points. This is basic perspective. We're going to put one there and one there. Okay. As we see, this is going to get confusing quite fast. So what we're going to do is going to label these two, and we're going to label more guides as we go along. We're going to change the color also so we don't get confused. So to label a guide, we double click, and I'm going to put here vanishing, and as it's on the left, left, and I'm going to change the color to, for example, green, a dark green, so we can see it. And okay, there we go. See, vanishing left. Now we're going to do the same here. We're going to double click, call it vanishing right, and change the color to a dark green. Well, more or less there. A bit darker maybe. There we go. Okay, vanishing right. Now these two lines have to cross, and where they cross will be sort of like the point of view where the viewer is standing. So we put our cursor over the guide and press Shift, and as you can see, it turns into those two arrows. That means we can twist it. I'm going to press also Control at the same time so we get exact. That's it. I'm going to do that there. Exact turn, so it goes, 15, 30, 45, etc. Now let's do the same here. These two, as I say, have to cross. So Shift, Control, and twist. They must cross more at a 90 degree angle. There we go. See? That's 90 degrees, 90 degrees, 90 degrees, 90 degrees. Perfect. Now, we're going to draw our cube. We're going to draw a cube. We're going to draw our cube in here. Okay? So let's magnify that. And we're going to establish where our cube is going to be. So we're going to put another line here. And here we're going to twist this also. We're going to spin it, but we're not going to use Control because we want it to be more or less random. So Shift, and we spin, and you say there, and then we have to do the same from here. As you can see, the guide snap to an intersection. Shift, and we spin there. Okay, so this is going to be the lower left hand vertex of the of the cube, right? So we're going to put a line through that vertical line, so that, and here will be our first edge, the edge which is nearest the viewer is going to be here. One more thing we've got to do actually is to be able to lay out the correct length of the edges on these lines. We have to establish what are called measuring points across the horizon. The measuring point is calculated by measuring from here to here, right? And then the measuring point is the same distance from here to here, or whatever. So to do that, we can use the ruler tool, right? You just click there, and we measure exactly 366.55. 366.55. So what we're going to do is we're going to draw a line using this tool across here, more or less, and we're going to make sure that is 366.55. Oh, 366.55. Right, there we go. Enter. Right, okay. So now we have to draw a guide that crosses the line here. Okay, so exactly at this point, and this will give us the where the horizon crosses that guide is the measuring point. You'll see what it's for in a second. We're going to put that there. I'm just going to zoom in to make sure. There we go. Right, exactly. So that one, that is what's going to give us, this point is going to give us a reference to measure the edges on the left of this main edge. We're going to use this vertical edge, okay? We have to do the same for the edges we're going to draw on the right. So we have to measure from here, from the vanishing point down to where it crosses with the other vanishing line, right? And then translate that up here. So let's just do that. So we grab a ruler, measure till it crosses, right, 1367.98. 1367.98. Okay, let's just grab that, the line we already drew. 1367.98. Enter. There we go. And we have to stick that to this vanishing point. So let's just zoom in. Yeah. And drag this along. Whoops. A bit too much. Is that touching? There we go. Right. And again, we draw a guide right, split off, be as precise as possible. There we go. Right, as you can see, this is starting already to look a bit confusing. So we're going to label these two guides again. We're going to label them. This one we're going to call measure, as it's on the left, but it's used to measure the edges on the right. We're going to call it measure right. Okay, and we're going to. So let's just do that. Measure right. We're going to change the color. And this time we're going to go for purple. Right, dark purple. There we go. Okay, right, and this one is on the right and it's used to measure the edges on the left, so we're going to go measure left. Okay, this, if you're not familiar with the technique of for drawing things in perspective, don't worry, you're going to understand this immediately. It's you see how it works. Let's go purple, dark purple. Okay, right, now we're actually going to draw the first edge of our cubes, which will give us, which will be like the master for all the other edges, which will give us the measurement for all the other edges. So let's just do that. We grab this tool and we go here and say more or less here, it doesn't matter. Right, let's see. Yeah, that's good. See that? Okay. It measures, it doesn't really matter what it measures because everything is calculated using these lines. We don't actually have to. Okay, it measures whatever, 162. Let's make that 160. It's nice to have round numbers. There we go. Perfect. Now, to calculate the length of the edge along here, which of course is distorted because of the perspective, we have to do a little trick. So we just select and we duplicate this edge, right? Pressing Ctrl D, and we spin it 90 degrees, and we stick it to the edge here, as if we were going to draw the front face of the cube straight on, right? So let's just stick it there. Okay, correct. Okay, and then what we do is we draw another guide, yet another guide, yes, that goes from here, to this point here, right? Let's do that and you see why. So guide, we make sure that the origin of the guide is on the horizon so that we spin it over on that. Let's grab that. Okay, here we go. And there. Let's just make sure it's exactly correct. There. Goes right through the end. Now, what we're doing is we're actually projecting this line onto this line, which goes up to the vanishing point. And this is the length of the edge in perspective. To project it on this line, we have to do the same thing. So let's just grab that and put it here. There we go. And again, another guide that has its origin in the measure point on the left, and we spin. It's trying to snap to that guide there, so we're going to zoom in to make sure we get it exactly right. There we go. So again, this line is projected now onto this, and this is going to give us that length. Okay, let's get rid of that because we don't need it, and draw a guide through there so that we can draw the back edge. A guide through here, So you can draw the edge on the right. Now, we have to draw another guide to give us the top edges. We go here from the vanishing point, and we go here. Let's make sure that is, there we go, perfect. And we have to do that, the same thing, from the vanishing point on the right. So look how confusing this is becoming. Thank God we can actually label and change the colors of the guides in Inkscape, because otherwise it would be impossible. Right. So we have this line, and now we have this corner, this vertex here. Right, let's just go ahead and start drawing. This will give us the top also. So we can actually do the first two faces. I'm going to get rid of that. And I'm going to use this tool that lets us draw a continuous line until we close a polygon. So we're going to go here, 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 and then here. That's a closed polygon. And just, there we go. And then here, 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 here. We've got another closed polygon, right? Good. And now we have to draw this polygon here. So basically, okay, got it. We have to draw a line, a guide through here, and this will give us exactly, and then a guide from that side through here, and this will give us a top. Right, so let's just do that. So another guide, and we draw that there. It goes through, as you can see, this intersection, and we have to draw another one that goes through this intersection. So from here, on the right, let's go. And I think that's more or less correct, but let's zoom in. Whoa. Ah, yes, did I? Yes, I got it correct. It's this one, from here to here. Okay, let's draw the top. Again, I grab my little pen tool, here, 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 and here. Ah, perfect. We have a cube designed perfectly in perspective. Look at that. It's great. Let me just color it in. I'm going to take this side, make it, if I can grab it, there we go. I'm going to make that like a middle orange. We'll have the light coming from the top. There we go. That's it. From the top, from the side. Okay, so let's go. If we did this, this, this. Ugly. There. Perfect. Okay, a nice cube. Nice orange cube. As you can see, this is just for a cube. And look at the spider web of guides we have here. It's really can be really confusing. Thankfully, with Inkscape you have the opportunity to change the color of the guide, so these main guides we have here and here, right? And here and here. We change the color, and you can also label them so you don't forget what they're for, right? Just so that you can, whoops, sorry. Just so that you can enjoy that a bit, let me get rid of all the guides. You see? Perfect. Perfect cube. And you would apply this technique to draw any kind of object in real perspective, right? It's the same as you'd use pen and paper. So I'm going to put the guides back on just so that you can see what was necessary. It wasn't that hard, was it? So yeah, Inkscape is an excellent tool for not only drawing art, but also for line art and for technical drawing. So that's the end of this mini tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it, and see you next time. Bye.